time to paint the front emblem in the grille of the new 2024 Toyota Tacoma. Now, coincidentally, as I was thinking about doing this, a company reached out to me. RobMotive, make sure I get this right, RobMotiveTouchUp.com reached out to me asking if I was interested in any touch-up paint, I guess for the new truck. Well, I got something a little bit more than that. I got an aerosol can because I wanted to paint this emblem. So let me show you what they sent right here. They sent me a clear coat, and they also sent me the base color, which of course is the supersonic red per the code, which you can find on the inside of the door on your truck, to be able to paint this emblem. Along with it, they sent a little bit of media stuff, I guess, which actually can be used to make sure that the paint matches and all. You just spray a little bit on here. They sent me a paint prep surface wipe, which I'll use to wipe this off before I go ahead and actually paint. And then it also included a nozzle that I can stick on the cans themselves to paint with. Honestly, I never use these, but if you do use these things, probably come in handy, save your hand a little bit if you're doing a lot of painting. For me, it's just going to be this emblem right here. They sell all kinds of other stuff, other accessories, other products, and of course, smaller size containers if you're just looking for touch-up paint. Again, it is RobMotiveTouchUp.com. You can see right there. Check them out. Tell them RobMotive sent you. And you'll be able to get the touch-up paint or maybe something more for your truck. Now, let's go ahead. I've got everything all set up. I didn't request any primer because I use this primer myself. It's a high-temp primer. I've had good luck with it. I am going to prime the part first. I'll put 3 coats of primer on, 3 coats of paint, and 3 coats of clear, and then I'll leave it sit and dry for probably about a week before I actually put it back on the truck. Again, I am going with supersonic red just to give a little pop on the front of the truck. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, safety first. Got the safety glasses on. They're just my regular old glasses. And then a mask just so you don't inhale all the fumes. We're going to start with the primer. As I mentioned, 3 coats, going to let it dry about 5 to 7 minutes in between each coat, and then an hour after the third. And then we'll do the same thing with the paint as far as the coats, timing, and all of that. So let's go. Thin coats is the key. You want to make sure you just put thin coats on. I'm going all around it, so it's going to actually get maybe a little more than a thin coat, but I want to make sure I get all the areas, of course. I am not a professional painter. This is just the method that I have found works best. It already looks better. Maybe I should just leave it primered, huh? All right, that's it. We're going to do that 2 more times, and then we'll come back on after an hour passes and get to the paint part. Okay, it's been an hour plus, and the primer coat has dried. Before we move on, I want to give you a little bit more detail about this stuff. First of all, they've got colors that go way back, late models, not only the most recent stuff. It also is a 3-step system. You've got primer, which again, I use my own. You can get it from them. You've got a clear coat, and then the base coat or the color to go ahead and match it up exactly to what your current vehicle has. And you can get it in different quantities. You can get a paint pen, a brush in a bottle, or an aerosol spray can. And they do have a special nozzle on this that delivers an atomized spray. They also offer it in pints, quarts, and gallons. So you can get this in all kinds of different configurations and again, all kinds of colors. Let's go ahead and get the base coat on. This is the exciting part. Okay, there is the first. You guys can see the red starting to come to life. to match up with my supersonic red Tacoma out there. We're going to put 2 more coats on it, again leaving it dry about 6 to 7 minutes or so in between each coat, and we'll let it sit for an hour again, and then we'll put the clear coat on and let it sit and cure for about a week or so, just to make sure it's good and dry before I put it back on the truck. Okay, another hour has passed. It's time for the clear coat. We're going to go ahead and get that on. Again, I'm going to do 3 coats, 6 minutes in between each, and that's it. So what this should do is make the color on here pop a whole lot more. So, same process. Let's go ahead and get it on. That's it. First coat, pretty thin. We'll let it dry. I'll show you once I'm completely finished what it looks like. Okay, there you have it. I am all done. Now I just have to wait for 5 to 7 days, something like that, for it to all cure and dry and all that stuff. Again, pretty simple process. You need primer, which you can get from them as well. And one more time, I should mention the name, automotivetouchup.com. There you go. You can get the primer from them. You can get different sizes of paint if you're just looking for touch-up paint. You can also get, obviously, the paint itself and the clear coat for when you're all done. I love doing these kind of mods. They're really pretty simple. My process is simple. 3 coats. Between each coat, you want to wait about 6 minutes. And then between each product, if you will, wait about 1 hour. And then make sure you leave them dry, again, for about 5 to 7 days, something like that. Preferably inside if you're in a hot, humid climate like I am. Otherwise, you'd probably be fine in the garage. The key to it, I suppose, is waiting the proper amounts of time, and then also thin coats. You don't want to cake it on, and you certainly don't want to have runs. Stay tuned. I'll show you at the end here what it looks like while it's drying. And then we'll have an installation of it coming up in a future video. It'll probably just be part of a video, so make sure you subscribe to the channel. Click that notification bell if you want to see it on the truck. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.